All right. I know a lot of you may be tired of hearing me talk about this, but I think this is very important. Um, People keep showing this and say, "Oh, this is Venus," and comparing it to water. This is not what Venus looks like. Okay. I'm starting to think this is intentional disinformation, especially to steer amateur astronomers, anybody who's ever looked through a telescope at Venus. If you show them this, they are not going to listen to another word you say because they know that this is not what Venus looks like. Now, it's just a mistake. I got caught up in this when I first got in flat Earth because I didn't know. I never looked through a telescope. I didn't know anything about the stuff. You learn kind of what they teach in school, and unless you go into astronomy, you don't know these things. But I've learned, you know, I've got a P900. When I first got the P900, I did the same thing. I went outside. I saw people with these videos. I zoomed in. I was like, oh wow, they're right. And then I started looking into astronomy and um, went out and got a telescope and looked at these things, and they looked vastly different. And then I realized it was the camera not focusing properly. I learned about how to focus these cameras, and I will show you here. This is a video I took of Venus. I think it was in November, pretty recently. I've made a video with this in it. But see, if you put it out of focus, Venus goes through phases just like the moon. It's a tiny moon, but your camera can't autofocus on it. You have to use manual focus. You see this water. Now this is with the P1000. It does a little bit better job than the P900 does, although it's got the same size sensor in it. But this is what people keep putting out, and I said I really think this is. I'm really starting to think this is, especially by these big channels that keep pushing this. I think this is intentional disinformation. Now that is Venus. You look it up. Venus has phases like the moon. I mean, do I think it's a planet the size of Earth, millions of miles away? Of course not. These things are close. We can prove this. Everything in the sky is in the same focal range. Um, just try it when the moon's out one night. Go out, get perfect focus on the moon, then switch your camera into manual focus, and you could point it at anything else in the sky and it will be in focus. But these cameras cannot autofocus on. So the P1000 does a lot better job. Um, they made a lot of improvements on the P1000, but people are still getting wrong with it. If you put it in auto mode, it may or may not focus, especially when you go into the digital zoom. It can't do it. But that is what Venus looks like. Okay. Um, and that's what it's like when it's out of focus. This not showing the water effect is bad today on this day, but you can see it. And I will show some more examples I made today. I've seen somebody say in a comment that the camera could not possibly make that water effect on a light here on Earth. Well, it can and it does. I have I took this a while back too. I did some more today, but this is a cell tower right outside my house. It's not that far away. Watch this light here as I put it in and out of focus. You will see the water effect. This is all the camera. Okay, that's in focus. See it going out of focus? See all the water effect? That is the camera doing that. No, that's exactly what people are putting out saying, oh, look, Mars, or whatever. That is the camera doing this, people. That is out of focus. It's testable, provable. I can't see how anyone could see this and not realize, oh, wow, I made a mistake. It's just a mistake. It's not the end of the world. The world's still flat. The stars and so-called planets are close. But we have to stop showing this out of focus stuff to people. It's turning people away. You know, I see all these comments, stupid flat earthers don't even know how to work a camera. You know, you never looked through a telescope. You know, I'm tired of hearing it. You know, we have to do better. I said, I don't know if this is intentional disinformation that some of these bigger channels are putting out, because I keep seeing more and more and more of this every day. It's really starting to get annoying. But I'm gonna show you some tests I did today right here. Okay, as soon as it gets dark, I'm gonna do a focus test. I've got this little flashlight here. It's a Nitecore Tiny, or Tiny, I don't know how you pronounce it, Tini. And on its lowest setting, it is 1 lumen. Okay, I'm going to set it on this brick right here, just like that. And then I'm going to back up all the way across my yard. I'm going to show you my measuring device here. It'll focus on it, maybe not. Let's see, is it 0? Anyway, go ahead and measure out how far away I'm going to be. But I'm going to be all the way across my yard. Which is measuring 190, 5, 7, 8, 9, 200 feet right here. I'm going to go all the way to the road. I'm about 210 feet to the road. Okay, I'm going to set my tripod up right here, and I'm going to put that light on that brick, and I'm going to zoom into it. See, this thing won't even hardly focus right now. Okay, I'm going to zoom into that light. Well, when I get this on the tripod tonight, and I will show you a star. Not quite nighttime yet, but a little bit of daylight left. It's getting dark. There's my light down there on that brick. This should be a pretty good simulation of what people get when they get Venus all out of focus. It's even hard to hold it steady right there. Okay, I'm gonna max zoom. Okay, you play around with the focus here. Crap. And what happens? Oh no, is that a star? Or is that the inside of the camera? Oh, wait, let's get the... Try and get the watery effect. Go the other way. Well, see, the octagonal outline is the aperture. But you definitely know it's that flashlight. See, that's the outline of the aperture you see, because it's out of focus. Now, if I could put this light at the end of the block and zoom in on it, probably show a lot better this effect. Let's go over here to the cell tower I was talking about. Cell tower lights. in focus, go out of focus. This doesn't do it as bad as the P900. Might still be a little too daylight out here. But another simple demonstration. Any light can look like that. And I'll do this with the P900 also. Let's go back over here to my little flashlight. You can see it right there on the brick. Zoom all the way in, and when it goes out of focus, keep the camera still, on focus now, you get the same effects. Look, there's the water effect, see that? Probably even get the water effect better the darker it gets. Look at that. No water here, people. It's an out of focus, tiny little flashlight. And there it is. When you get in focus, it gets to the smallest point. You can see the brick it's sitting on. And walk all the way to it, so you know that I'm not trying to deceive you in any way. So that's just from 200 feet away. This is just the length of my yard. If I had a little bit further spot, I might get somebody to help me take a car and drive the same light, I don't know, a quarter, half mile away. Guarantee you the effect will be even that much worse. But there she is, my little flashlight, still sitting on the brick. What are you starting to see? Very interesting. Looks like water. How could that be? So there's different levels of out of focus. These cameras cannot autofocus at night. That is in focus. That's what the light looks like. But you can make it look like, if somebody showed you that and said that's what Mars really looks like, you'd believe it. Because that's exactly what Mars looks like when it's out of focus. See the watering effect starting. I did this same light before I got this converted. It was worse. So it's a little more sensitive to light now, so it's doing a little bit better. But there you go. It's all focus. I'm trying to find some further away lights. I need some darker stuff. Cell tower. There's your light. It's maximum zoom here. You're in the digital zoom. And the camera is causing all these effects, people. Of course, that is in focus. That's what the light looks like. Go out of focus. You Start getting the rings and your watery effect. See it? Just the camera doing this. You can recreate all of this. Alright, I'm going to add this to my playlist here of focus with stars and planets. I'll add some more videos to it too. But see, I've done plenty of these. Watch this focus tutorial. I mean, learn how to use these cameras. Go get a telescope. I mean, I'm gonna keep testing this. I mean, y'all test it for yourselves. I'm gonna take that tiny little flashlight and get it as far away as I can to where it actually looks like a star with my naked eye. You know, maybe half a mile, a mile. I don't know. I gotta find a long, dark road. I'm planning on taking my P900 into a planetarium soon. I guarantee you it could do the same thing, putting lights on the ceiling right above your head out of focus if they look just like the night sky. I mean, we can prove these things are close, but the out of focus stuff is not helping our cause. So please, please, please just consider this. Don't get mad about it. It's just a mistake. Some people get it, some people don't, but this is a learning process. It's not trying to get down on anybody, but just share this with some people and watch some of these other videos I've got. This P900 focus issue video, I did that a long time ago. I did that over a year and a half ago. Here's some I put by some other flat earthers. Flat Max UK has done a couple. Wide Awake did one about focus, you know. So we just got to stop sharing this out of focus stuff, people. It's not helping at all. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.